brother of a former Amite standout, P.J. Franklin, who went to Tulane and later made the developmental squad down there with the Saints. I tell you what, from the coaching staff of Amite, I heard Darius is really a real rising star for the Amite Warriors.
1st and 10 for Amite. Carter in motion to give to Brumfield up the middle. Make that Josh Buchanan on the carry for Amite. About a 5-yard pickup. 2nd down and 5 for the Warriors. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And the Demons with the lead, but the Warriors are driving.
They're going to have Dave Franklin's going to have to find a way to plug the middle up a little bit, because right now Franklin's averaging over 5 yards a carry running the football.
And you're right, Tim, and they haven't really turned their weapon loose in Jarrell Carter, who we really are anxious to see him tonight. Again, a fake there, bootleg by the quarterback, and he's got the 1st down inside the 20-yard line. So Amite now with 3 first downs, they're responding well to the Demons score.
Well, you're seeing the poise of a championship ball club that don't panic. They got down after the opening turnover. Credit Franklin for taking that in and getting the points. But Amite not rattled by that, just sticking with their game plan.
Absolutely. We got 2 excellent coaching staffs here tonight, and Coach Career and Coach Shane Smith and the staffs, they do an excellent job. Certainly Coach Career's had the better of it in recent years. Carter in motion. The give up the middle to number 24, it looks like.
20 again.
Okay, that's going to be Buchanan again on the carry. So they've got a versatile backfield and a lot of people to go to.
Yeah, and I'll tell you again, you know, they're pounding up the middle, and the next thing you know, they pull it out and they're going around the ends. Again, the one you better watch out for is Jarrell Carter, number 6, on the speed motion. A favorite play of Franklinton Demons is to Rodney Curry in the same situation. There he goes in motion. You can see they fake it to him every time.
Again, back to Buchanan. Nice play by the Demons. Number 32, Chris Barnes on the tackle. And it's 3rd down and a 5 yards needed here for the Warriors.
And a key defensive play coming up here for the Demon defense. But one thing about this running game, it's eating up clock. There's 3 minutes, 46 seconds and counting left in quarter number 1.
This has been an impressive drive by Amite. And let's see what happens here on 3rd and about 6. It's Jarrell Carter, and he's to the outside, and he's inside the 10 to about the 9, and he'll be just about a yard short, 5-yard pickup. But that was all athletic ability to get that distance there, even on the short carry, on short gain that he picked up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon Vernon did an excellent job right there of slowing him down. Brandon came out, had a containment. Now, Jarrell Carter used that speed and bellied out, which slowed him down a little bit to where Hilton McGee could finally get there and make the play.
So a big 4th down and 2 situation for Amite. Ball resting at the Demon 9.
And up to the line come the Warriors. Ricard at quarterback. And he drops back, throws out here, and it's knocked away. Broken up.
Tim, an excellent play by Jonathan Barber as the Warriors go to the air rather than through the ground. And that's just an impressive drive and nothing to show for it for Amite.
Great play right there by Jonathan Barber, stepping in front of the pass and knocking it down. I'll tell you what, if he would have been there about a half a step sooner, if he picks that off, he could be going the other way with that one.
That's 2 big breaks, Paul, for the Demons here in the first quarter. But you sense that the Warriors will be knocking on the door soon as they get the ball back.
Well, I'll tell you what now, right now, the Franklinton Demons, 2 huge stops against the Amite Warriors, who are a pretty strong offensive team. You know, Demons need to get something going right here, sustain a drive.
Backed up at their own 9. 1st down and 10 for Franklin. 2:47 on the clock. They give up the middle. Goes Bo Jackson to about the 14, maybe the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 14. 5-yard pickup for Jackson as he's approaching 1,000 yards already here, just a little over midway through the season.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, now Bo's a strong running back, and of course you got to give credit to the offensive linemen. You know, it's not possible unless you have those offensive linemen up front blocking for you.
So 2nd and 5 for the Demons. Approaching the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. It's Franklinton 6 and Amite nothing. Newman awaiting the snap. Stand still pass out in the sideline. It is going to be complete, but the receiver, Kernicki Baker, knee touch, bringing up a 3rd and 5. So we'll call it no gain for the Demons as the clock winds down here in the first quarter. Just what Coach Shane Smith, I mean, he couldn't ask for a better script here in the first quarter tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you, excellent play calling so far on the part of Coach Smith. Right there, Kernicki Baker thought he was in the NFL. You know, he tried to get back up, knee touched the ground, tried to get back up, and of course, he can't do that in high school. Again, this is another pitch and catch, but it's going to keep Amite off balance. They're not going to be able to key on Bo.
So a big 3rd down and 6 situation for the Demons. Newman giving it to Jackson as he comes to the left side and nowhere to go. And this brings up the 4th down situation, Tim. And the ever so dangerous Jarrell Carter will be back waiting to the punt. And another problem is the snap with the punting situation here. The Demons have to get the ball off in the air in time to give the lineman time to get down the field to cover this kid.
Well, that's true, but you got to look at the positive end of it. They stopped the Warriors going in from the 9. And right now, we're under a minute to play in the first quarter, and the Franklinton Demons, heavy underdogs in this one, are leading it 6-0.
It's gone Coach Shane Smith's way here. Under a minute to go in the first quarter as the Demons line up to punt. Ryan Cotton, and he gets it off, and Carter will field it at the 42 of the Demons and only have about a 4-yard return. Excellent coverage by the Demons.
Yeah, and that was, again, number 5, Buddy Garrett, the center. And usually your center
leader of this defense.
And usually your center, when he snaps the ball, is the first one down the field. And great job by Buddy breaking down in front of Jarrell and just making the play. Doesn't have to have the big hit, just breaking down and making the tackle. Great job by the defense.
Nevertheless, Amite will start off at the Demon 38 in excellent field position.
31 seconds remain in the opening stanza here at the Demon Stadium in Franklinton. Tim Augustine and David Intrivia for FPTV 17 Sports. Warriors up to the line of scrimmage. And the handoff goes far side of number 14. That's going to be Julian Harris. And he's going to be down to the 29-yard line. As we tick down under 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That may be our final play from scrimmage in the first quarter. We will see if they get the snap off. They're running up to the line of scrimmage. Only 3 seconds. They're not going to get this one off. So the first quarter is in the books with the score Franklinton 6 and Amite nothing.
It's no secret, Mike's Glass and Radiator is tops in customer service. Windshield repairs, custom glass cutting, radiator repairs or conditioning, or an inspection sticker. Mike's will treat you right.
Mike take a personal interest to make sure he satisfies all his customers' needs.
As long as I've known Mike, he's been fair and honest with all my glass and radiator work.
Hi, I'm Mike Muscarella. Come to Mike's Glass and Radiator for all your glass and radiator needs.
Mike's Glass and Radiator, Independence.
Tangi Finance since 1966, the home of personal service. When it comes to money and you need the cash, let the friendly folks at Tangi Finance in Ponchatoula help get that loan for you. Personal loans, first and second mortgages, real estate loans, home improvement loans, or consolidation loans. The friendly folks at Tangi Finance have got a loan for you. So when it comes to money and you need the cash, see the friendly folks at Tangi Finance in Ponchatoula, the home of personal service.
Well, Dave, second quarter will get started with the Warriors on the move.
Demons lead it 6-0, but the Warriors have the ball at the 34 of, make that the 29 of Franklinton. Second down and only 2. The quarterback, Ricard, gives it to the end around, number 84, and he'll pick up the first down. Adron James on the carry for Coach Career.
Did you say Edrin James?
Not Edgar.
Oh.
Adron.
Oh, okay.
But the chains move, and you sense a little momentum on the other side of the field right now.
Again, right here, all the Demons have to do is have a good defensive stand and weather this storm by the Amite Warriors. If they can just weather this storm, keep this lead. We got 1 quarter down. We got 3 more to go.
1 out of 4 in the Demons' favor thus far. First down, 10 yards to go for Amite. As Ricard awaits the snap, Wilson in motion to give up the middle to, looks like Buchanan in the backfield. So a minimum gain on the play for the Amite Warriors. Just underway here in the second quarter. And the Franklinton Demons lead the 7th-ranked Warriors 6-0.
I'll tell you what, just saw something right here. They had the Twins receivers out here to the left side, and we only had one defensive back. We only had a cornerback out here covering them. Look for him to come back with the same formation. If number 33 right there, Albert Davis, he's got to, yeah, see, now he's stepping out a little bit. I'll tell you, he's out a little wider. Last time he was in a little bit tighter. You might see something coming this way. Oh, there he goes running.
Ricard keeping it, but David Garrett making a play that he is always does. Big time play by David Garrett.
That was a huge play by Buddy Garrett. It looks like it was a busted play at first, but then again, they ran that play earlier, and Ricard took it around the end for about a 20-yard gain. This time, Buddy Garrett knifes through the offensive lineman and makes a huge play for a loss.
3rd down and 10, and can the Demons weather the storm once again, Tim?
3rd down, 10 yards to go now for the Warriors. Man in motion to the near side. Ricard drops back, throws. It's caught at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Nice reception there by Julian Harris, and that was a pinpoint pass by Ricard to the wide receiver there, Harris, and the Warriors now threatening to get on the scoreboard.
I'll tell you what, David, that was a heck of a catch right there. He picked that one right up off the ground. That was a heck of a catch by Harris.
So Amite now with momentum on their side, smelling the end zone. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Ricard keeping it up the middle. He'll be short of the end zone.
Stopped at about the 2-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and goal coming up for the Warriors with 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Amite trailing Franklinton 6-0 at this juncture of the game. Amite taking a while in the huddle, getting everybody on the same page here. Ricard has him with the line of scrimmage, a tall, rangy quarterback for Coach Don Careers Ball Club. And right in through the middle, touchdown, and it's 6-6.
Well, you sensed it was coming, Paul. Yeah. Excellent drive there from 38 yards out, go to Warriors. And they have hit the scoreboard with 8:57 to go here in the second quarter, and now awaiting the conversion to take their lead.
I'll tell you, the key play in the drive, of course, was the pass from Ricard to Harris down to about the 3 or 4 yard line. You know, again, they were out in that Twins formation out here, and we had only one defensive back right there ready for it. Of course, and they tried to jump the flat route, but again, you know, the guy cut across the middle on the post route. Harris went on the post route, shallow post, hit him. Big play for the Amite Warriors.
Well, Ricard's touchdown and a point after gives the Warriors the lead with 8:57 to go in the half. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
McGee Financial is your money headquarters. Get all of the cash you need for any good reason by using our famous 1-1-1 plan. One phone call, one visit, one place to pay. It's that simple at McGee Financial. With offices conveniently located throughout Washington, St. Tammany, and Tangipahoa parishes. At McGee Financial, you'll always find convenient terms to fit your budget. The famous 1-1-1 plan can solve your money needs. At McGee Financial, your money headquarters.
For the Demons, number 7, Bo Jackson. Number 11, number 4, Rodney Curry. Number 11, Hilton McGee.
Okay, the Warriors now take their lead for the first time here tonight, leading at 7-6. As number 15 will kick it off for Amite, Derek Hornsby.
If you look at that ball right now, look how he has that ball teed up, David. He's kind of got it almost laying on its side. Look for a funny bounce out of this ball.
Sluggo Wheat special, and he hits a good one. Jackson at about his 15 gives to Curry, and he's got a little running room, but hit at about the 25-yard line. And, you know, I can't help to think about the beating that Coach Carmen Moore took from this bunch. And Coach Carmen Moore is one of the most respected and, I tell you, excellent coach. And the Tornadoes has always fielded a good ball club, but they took really a drubbing from this Amite ball club earlier in Hammond.
Right, and Hammond had just come off the big win over Salmon, and the Warriors just walked in there and just put a whooping on them.
Makes our good friend Carmen want to go back into broadcasting or something. But he's one of the best there is. Demons right now beginning at its 25.
1st and 10 now as Newman has him to the line of scrimmage with 8:51 left to go in the second quarter. And Newman hands it off to Jackson, and he is met squarely by a host of Amite Warriors.
Jackson on the carry for the Demons, met at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Tim, two things here in this ball game. Right now, the Demons would give anything to be only 1 point down to powerful Amite ball club here at the midway point of the second quarter. And the second thing is they're still in position right now to do the intangible things and make something happen and keep them in this ball game. Second half, you never know what could come down. One play could make a big difference in the football game and on a prep level. But Amite right now definitely has the momentum on their side, and let's just see how the Demons respond here.
Second down, and we'll call it 10 to go. Ball at the 25-yard line. Newman throws, and it's caught by Curry, and a flag is thrown up at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, an excellent reception by Curry, and good pass by Newman on the play. Number 10 for Amite, Ross Career making the tackle, but like you say, a penalty flag is on the field.
And I believe that's going to be a face mask penalty on the Warriors.
Face mask against the Warriors.
Demons getting a lot of breaks in this football game, Paul. You're sitting only 1 point down with nearly midway here in the second quarter. They've moved the ball at will at times, and chain gang moves here with 7:55 to go. So the question is, can the Demons respond and create another good drive?
Well, again, they're keeping Amite on their toes right now. You know,
and off the field.
Yeah, and off the field, correct. Again, here comes the speed motion. They give it to Curry around the right end. Nice play, nice tackle on a play by number 10. That's Ross Career. That's the coach's son, Ross. Steps up and wraps up Rodney Curry. I'll tell you what, if you look at these two offenses, you'll notice that you're kind of seeing a mirror image. You know, they both run basically the same type of sets.
Tackle made by Ross Career, only a junior.
It is a class sponsor tonight, second quarter. Good luck, Demons. So far, purple and gold. Four groups.
Second down, 13 to go for Franklinton. Ball at the 40.
Clock ticking, under 7 minutes to go in the first half. 4 wideouts in the formation now as Newman drops back, throws, and it's over the intended receiver's head, Kernicki Baker. So it's third down and long, and that's what the Demons want to stay out of, is third and long situations.
Absolutely. With the defense like this, you can't really put yourself in a position where you know you have to pass the football and they come a running at you. Could definitely turn this ball game around. Turnovers and penalties was a big factor, I felt like, in this game for the Demons. Thus far, they've avoided them, Tim and Paul, and it's been really, it's gone Demons' way here in the first half, only down by 1. Newman waits a snap. Quick pass out to Baker, a little bit high and out of his range. So it's going to bring a fourth down situation, and it'll put Jarrell Carter awaiting the punt.
Well, I'll tell you the other thing right here, David. It's not so much Jarrell Carter. Last time the Demons punted, the Amite Warriors won an all-out block attempt, and I'll tell you what, they may have seen something in films to where, you know, the Demons have struggled a little bit in their punting game, and right now, you know, they got 10 man again coming up to the line of scrimmage. Look for them to come try to get this punt.
So the Demons punting, number 41. Terry Pittman. Awaiting the snap. Plenty of time this time. A good kick. Carter will fill it at his 27. He's to the 30, to the 35 in his blistering speed. 40, 50. He's down inside the Demon territory to the 40. Excellent return by Jarrell Carter. 32 3 yards.
Well, that's the kind of punt return as advertised we were expecting to see. And it sets up the Warriors in great field position now at the Demon 40-yard line with 6:30 to go till intermission.
And he's the biggest weapon on this field, Tim. He's only 5'10", weighs 175, but he can light up the night with those returns.
Okay, Ricard has him to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Leading by 1, 7-6, midway of the second quarter. And Brumfield, and he is down to the 35 and a pickup of 5 yards on the carry. And we have a Demon down on the play.
Bring up 2nd down and 6 yards to go. 35
Second down now and about 5.5 yards to go for the Amite Warriors. Clock running with 6:18 left in the second quarter. 2 wides to the near side, 1 to the far side. Now the man in motion as Ricard hands it off to Brumfield. It gets loose down to about the 31-yard line, short of the first down by 1.
Coach Career is determined to run up the gut of the Demon defense and trying to establish his ground game and gain momentum. And once he does that, he basically be able to do anything he wants with this offense of his.
Well, I'm sure Coach Career is thinking, keep Bo Jackson off the field as much as he can right now. And, of course, you do that by establishing the running game and it's trying to sustain those long drives.
3rd and a long yard, and it's Brumfield. And it appears he has it. And, you also sense this is not the same ball club we saw last year that won the state. He's improving week by week. Like I say, he did have a big game against Hammond. But week 9, he's got Independence on the schedule. They're ranked number 1 in the state right now. That's going to really be a big showdown, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you another thing about those games. This is like the Franklinton-Bogalusa game. You throw all records and all past history out the door when you start thinking about the rivalry between Amite and Independence. Of course, right now, Amite's in a war right now with Franklinton. Franklinton's giving them all they can handle.
1st and 10, though, for the Warriors at the Demon 29. Again, he goes up the middle with it, running that clock. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. It's Amite 7 and Franklinton 6 as the Warriors are marching toward a second score, Tim.
And one winning thing you're going to see every time these two get together is an award-winning halftime performance between both bands, and we'll have that for you at the half on FPTV. 17 Sports, our entire system-wide audience watching. It's now 2nd down, 8 to go. Man in motion as the handoff goes far side to Brumfield. Turns it up, and he'll be stopped at about the 21-yard line.
One thing about this rivalry is when these two hook up, there's a lot of purple and gold in the stadium.
I'll tell you what, right there you've seen again, Coach Career has been going up the middle, and then he runs what we call a zone run to Brumfield, try to get him the ball deep in the backfield and let him carry it outside, give him time to react. Picks up about 6 or 7 on the play.
Good point. Only an ex-coach would know that.
I'm not an ex-coach quite,
well, I'm just saying.
Ex-football coach. There you go. That's okay.
We still get a lot of expertise from you, Coach. Man in motion. 3rd and 2 for the Warriors. Again, Brumfield to the outside. He's got running room inside the 10. He'll be down to about the 7. And it's the same play, basically, Paul, except to the other side of the field.
Yeah, again, they pounded in the middle and started sucking everybody to the inside. And then he just gives them the ball a little deeper. And Brumfield's able to make the adjustment and take the ball outside. He bends it inside. Everybody gathers inside. Linemen get the seal blocks to the inside, and he just breaks it on out.
Well, rather than ex-coach, I'll just say ex-NFL star.
Yeah, well, I don't know about star, but
you were there anyway.
1st and goal now for the Warriors at the 7-yard line. Ricard takes the ball, hands it to Brumfield, who cuts his way down to the 2. Where it'll be 2nd and goal, clock running, 3:50 left till intermission.
And Tim, they're basically just bullying this drive down the field, up the middle, and like Paul said, they're breaking it to the outside with the running game.
And the way they're pounding this running game, it's going to take its toll on the line of scrimmage late in the ball game.
Right, they're establishing a lot of momentum right now, and it'll open everything up if he won't. According to Coach Shane Smith and Coach Career are definitely good friends. I know Coach Both of them are trying to beat the other one badly right now, but if the game would get out of hand, like most experts think here, I'm sure Coach Smith take it easy on Coach Career would take it easy on Coach Smith. Touchdown, and the Warriors lead it 13-6.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tim made a great point just a second ago about this pounding of the way they're just pounding at the defensive interior of the defense. You know, later on in the game, that will take its toll. I mean, it definitely takes its toll. You get them big bodies leaning on you, and it will take a toll.
But one thing, at least we've got rid of all that heat and humidity of the early games of the year. It's a real nice, cool, crisp evening for football. Now we're setting for the extra point. Number 15 will do the extra point kick. Hornsby's kick is up, and it's good. Timeout on the field with the score, Amite 14, Franklinton 6. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
For generations, Citizens Finance has been known as Money Headquarters, with money to lend for any worthwhile purpose. Real estate loans, furniture and appliances, home equity loans, consolidation loans, and first and second mortgages. Citizens Finance, your money headquarters. Stop by today. There's an office near you. Amite, Ponchatoula, Kentwood, Covington, and Hammond. Citizens Finance, your money headquarters.
It's no secret, Mike's Glass and Radiator is tops in customer service. Windshield repairs, custom glass cutting, radiator repairs or conditioning, or an inspection sticker. Mike's will treat you right.
Might take a person's interest to make sure he satisfies all his customers' needs.
As long as I've known Mike, he's been fair and honest with all my glass and radiator work.
Hi, I'm Mike Muscarella. Come to Mike's Glass and Radiator for all your glass and radiator needs.
Mike's Glass and Radiator, Independence.
Browns, full service grocery store.
Well, let's make note that Leonard Brumfield scored a touchdown there for the Warriors, and it's 14-6 in favor of Amite with 3:14 to go, and still the Demons sitting in not too bad a position though, but you've seen Amite at will drive the ball down the field.
This is going to be an important drive for the Demons. They need to try to get down the field and get something out of this drive. If nothing else, just make sure they hold the ball at least till the end of the half. You know, going in, it's a respectable 14-6 ball game right now. There's that crazy looking kick. You can see the spin on the ball, trying to keep the ball away from Bo Jackson and Rodney Curry.
Look like Richard Bickham feels it and gets out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So the Demons, like you say, Tim, with 3:10 here, we'll see how they respond to the 2 touchdowns that Amite has come back with here in the second quarter.
That'll be a critical drive for the Demons because right now momentum has just about shifted totally to the Amite Warriors sideline.
No doubt about it, and they've had their way on offense the last few possessions. They've really had their way on offense most of the night. They did come up empty on that first drive early in the game, which was even probably more impressive than any drive they've had that they scored on.
I'll tell you what, you know, the thing I'm amazed at is, you know, both teams trying to keep it away from the return specialist. Here's Bo Jackson, toss to Bo Jackson. That's where he's dangerous. Again, nice play by number 47 for the Warriors.
Jackson came in the game with, I think, around 860 yards on the season. So he's just about guaranteed 1,000 barring injury. And college recruits definitely looking at him.
Oh, no question. I'll tell you what, the thing about Bo Jackson, he's not just a great athlete. He's a great kid. You know, you see him walking around in the halls, and he's always got a smile on his face. He's just a super kid. Timeout for the Amite Warriors.
With 2:41 remaining in a half, it's Amite 14 and Franklinton 6. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
Okay, the Demons will play 2nd down and 8 from their own 40-yard line now with 2:41 left to play in the first half. And the handoff to Jackson, he's met, but bounces off tacklers and now be swarmed under back at the 35.
Well, I tell you, Bo Jackson never had a chance. He made some couple breakaways there, but swarming Warriors run him down before he ever gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and again, Amite takes another timeout with 2:23 to go in the first half. Again, all they're trying to do is what we talked about earlier. You know, the Demons needed to sustain a drive at least through the end of this half. Right now, the Amite Warriors trying to use the clock to their advantage. They've shut the Demons on the past 2 plays. The Demons came with a no-back offense there. The only real threat for running the ball would be to Bo on a speed motion, or on what we call a speed run. he comes in motion on a fast motion, you just turn and give him the ball. They snuffed it out pretty quick. The only other thing you can do out of that is throw. And now you got a third and a long 10 for the Demons.
Good friends, but trying to get more points as Coach Career here before the half.
Okay, the Demons now ready with a third down play. With 2 minutes and 29 seconds left, Demons trail the Warriors 14-6. And Newman drops back, being chased. He loses one tackler, he'll run it, and he will have a first down and more, and he's into Amite territory inside the 45-yard line.
Ricky Newman, 19 yards and a first down, and keeps the ball in the Demons' possession with 2:11 on the clock. So that's 2 carries tonight for 45 yards. That's huge in a game of this magnitude for the Demons.
Well, I'll tell you what's even better right there, David, it's a huge play for the Demons because they retain possession of the football. The Warriors burned 2 timeouts, thinking they could stop the Demons there and get the ball back, but now with 1:55 left to go in the first half, the clock is running, and if, like I said, if Demons can go in just down 8 right here, I'd like to see them punch it in and tie this game up. But even just going in 8 will be a great boost for the Demons. There's a long pass to Causey.
Incomplete as Newman heaves it some 40 yards down the right sideline. Good coverage by number 19 that is, Tommy Brown for Amite. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 with 1:35 on the clock. And that first down run by Ricky Newman keeps the ball in the Demons' possession, Tim, and is going to at least keep maybe Amite off the scoreboard before the half. And like you say, if the Demons, that is, can penetrate some points here, we really got a barnyard burner on our hands going into the second half.
Second down and 10 yards to go now for the Demons on the Amite Warrior 45-yard line. Hand off to Bo Jackson. Puts it back inside. Dragging tacklers with him, and he fights his way down just shy of first down yardage.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the state. He carried 2 men 5 yards near the first down marker. He'll still be short. Third and about a half yard for Franklinton.
I'll tell you what makes Bo such an effective runner. If you watch his legs, and you young kids that are watching this, you young running backs, watch Bo's legs. Even when he's making his moves, he never stops his legs driving. He keeps his legs driving always.
Newman keeping and picking up the first down, but hit very hard there by number 94. 34 make it for Amite. LaMarcus Bennett.
First down, Demons.
Demons getting their second first down here on their 2-minute drive. And they'll take a timeout. It's Amite 14 and Franklinton 6. You're watching Channel 17 Sports. 51 seconds remain here in the first half. Newman dropping back. Under pursuit, throw into the end zone. Touchdown. In and out of the hands of Bo Jackson. Right at the goal line. And Lord have mercy, Bo Jackson won't sleep tonight.
I tell you what, Ricky Newman put that ball right where it had to be, in between 3 defenders, right in Bo's hands. And like you said, Bo wishes he had that one back. Usually a sure-handed receiver, not only a great running back, but a sure-handed receiver. And it just fell right through his hands. I guess he may have been trying to get those feet down, get his foot down, to make sure that he stayed in bounds.
Leaves the Demons with 43 seconds on the clock. And Warriors, the referees here are going to talk it over. Second down and 10. Make it third. So the officials are.
It is second down and 10 for the Demons.
Second down and 10 is our situation at the Warrior 33, Amite 14, Franklinton 6. Closing in on the first half. Great halftime entertainment coming. the reverse fake to Curry, throwing back across the grain, and there's no one there. So that doesn't work. It'll now be 3rd and 10 for Franklin with 36 seconds left.
Again, the thing you got to be careful of here, 36 seconds to go. You definitely don't want the ball to get back in the hands of the Amite Warriors. You know, they're an explosive offensive team, and of course, you know, anytime that you give them the ball back, they're a danger to score it from any position, especially with Jarrell Carter on the field.
Well, 36 seconds left. Shane Smith feeling good about his team's effort here in the first half. The experts really picked Amite as a prohibitive favorite here tonight, but right now, Demons giving the Warriors all they can handle. Jackson in motion. Newman rolling to his left, being chased, getting it off just in time, nearly intercepted. And it's now 4th down and 10 for Franklinton with 29 seconds on the clock.
By number 89 of the Warriors.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Officially at the 31, we'll call it. Now they move it back to the 32-yard line. A very well-played first half here by both teams, although the Demons did capitalize on a Warrior turnover on that first possession.
Well, look for the Demons probably to go to the end zone for this one. We need the first down, there's no question, because as soon as the ball is dead on a run or on a pass, the clock is going to stop. There's the pass.
Incomplete. So the ball will go over to Amite with 23 seconds left here in the first half. But the Demons leave the Warriors 68 yards away, and it's going to be very difficult to hit it that quick, but you never know.
Again, like I said, you know, with Jarrell Carter on the field, anything is possible. But again, the Demons with a nice drive. They didn't give the ball right back to them. They drove down to the 32-yard line. Look for the Warriors here to probably just kill the clock and just take a knee. I don't even know if they'll even try it. As you said, you know, it's going to be tough to go 68 yards.
Lester Ricard leading his troops up. It doesn't appear they're going to sit on it, but you never know. And now the Demons will take a timeout with 23 seconds left in the first half. The Warriors lead it 14-6. You're watching Channel 17 Sports. Warriors attempting to go for it to give just to their explosive weapon, Jarrell Carter, and he is loose near the 50-yard line with 15 seconds now on the clock.
Jarrell Carter on the carry for Amite.
16 yards on the carry for Jarrell Carter.
First and 10 Warriors.
As the chains move and possible spike coming here by the quarterback Ricard. And that's exactly what he does with 10 seconds now left. And the Warriors trying to add to that lead, Paul, 14-6 right now.
Again, like I told you, you never save with Jarrell Carter in the game. He scored it around the outside. The only thing I would suggest to Jarrell is he should have gotten out of bounds where he didn't have to waste, 3 or 4 seconds for the spike.
So we're approaching the halftime, and we've got a great halftime show from both bands as the Warriors come to the line of scrimmage near the midfield marker. Ricard rolling to his left and deep, and David Garrett makes an excellent play, but a pitch to Carter, and he is drugged down by number 71. And that'll end the half with the Warriors leading the Demons 14-6. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
It's no secret, Mike's Glass and Radiator is tops in customer service. Windshield repairs, custom glass cutting, radiator repairs or conditioning, or an inspection sticker. Mike's will treat you right.
Might take a person's interest to make sure he satisfies all his customers' needs.
As long as I've known Mike, he's been fair and honest with all my glass and radiator work.
Hi, I'm Mike Muscarella. Come to Mike's Glass and Radiator for all your glass and radiator needs.
Mike's Glass and Radiator, Independence.
Tangi Finance since 1966, the home of personal service. When it comes to money and you need the cash, let the friendly folks at Tangi Finance in Ponchatoula help get that loan for you. Personal loans, first and second mortgages, real estate loans, home improvement loans, or consolidation loans. The friendly folks at Tangi Finance have got a loan for you. So when it comes to money and you need the cash, see the friendly folks at Tangi Finance in Ponchatoula, the home of personal service.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Amite High School, we are proud to present to you the 2000 version of the Amite High School Fighting Warrior Band. The Warrior Band is under the field direction of Drum Major Jennifer Bagby. Band Director is Greg Hayden. Flag Corps Captain is Carrie Vernon. Flag Corps sponsors are Jeanette Edwards and Wahoo Captain is Kelly McGee, and Wahoo sponsor is Linda Halsey. Tonight, the Fighting Warrior Band and its auxiliary units will entertain you with the sounds of Earth, Wind, and Fire's great hit, September. Will entertain you as they move to the groovy sounds of the 60s and perform Soul Bossa Nova. join the Amite Fighting Warrior Band and sing along as they dance and sing to Hey Baby.
McGee Financial is your money headquarters. Get all of the cash you need for any good reason by using our famous 111 plan. One phone call, one visit, one place to pay. It's that simple at McGee Financial. With offices conveniently located throughout Washington, St. Tammany, and Tangipahoa parishes. At McGee Financial, you'll always find convenient terms to fit your budget. The famous 111 plan can solve your money needs. At McGee Financial, your money headquarters.
Well, nothing better than none of the lights on a Friday night, and simply a spectacular halftime show here by both bands and dance teams. And Warriors holding on to a 14-6 lead over Franklinton here at Franklinton Stadium. And Paul, I thought three things happened for Coach Shane Smith the first half. He was able to control the clock, primarily the first quarter, and then just enough in the second quarter when Ricky Newman escaped there for about 19 yards to keep the ball in their possession, or else it could be 20-6, you know, with Amite's explosive offense. And he got good play out of Newman on offense with 3 carries, 47 yards. All 3 carries, it resulted in the first down. So that was big for Coach Shane Smith, and he avoided the big play on, with Jarrell Carter. As far as the specialty teams, and although the Warriors did get 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, in which they lead right now 14-6. Anything else you want to add on the first half?
The only thing right now, the big three for Franklinton, Ricky Newman, Bo Jackson, and David Garrett they're stepping up the challenge right now. And I tell you, David had some huge plays defensively, and of course Ricky and Bo on offense making some fantastic plays.
Well, we're set, and the Warriors will kick it off. Excellent kick. Jackson fielding it at about the 10. We're coming to the near side. He's to the 20, to the 25, and brought down. And for Coach Currier, since that first Demon drive when he had the turnover, he's pretty much basically did what he wanted to do on the offensive end of it. Had the better of it, I felt there. They did have a turnover and a 1 4th down drive, excellent drive. They come up empty with no points. And on defense, other than the first Demon drive. He's pretty much sustained the Demons from a drive from that point on, you know.
Right. Well, again, the first two drives for the Warriors, you know, the first one ended in a fumble after 2 plays, and the next one, they drove all the way down to the Demons' 15-yard line, and then the drive stalled.
So 3 receivers split to the left. Newman gives to Jackson. He comes back to the right side and picks up a few yards there. It's a lot of meat in that defensive line for Amite.
Well, I was just talking to Tim Gay, who is part of our chain gang crew over there. He runs the box, and he said it's amazing when you see that the Warriors' defense, that it seems like every player is over 6'2".
We're going to take a timeout. There's an injury on the field. We're just underway in the second half with 11:38 remaining in the third quarter. Amite 14, Franklinton 6. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
Brumfield, the injured Warrior, he's going to be coming off. It's going to be second down and about 7 yards to go. And Coach Paul, one thing is for sure, this is the most important drive of the night for the Demons because they have to establish themselves in the second half to stay in the ball game. Even though it's 14-6 now, this could get out of hand quickly if the line of scrimmage becomes dominated by Amite in the second half.
You heard me say earlier, Tim, that you know they need to weather the storm. Well, by weathering the storm, they have to sustain an offensive drive. And right here again, this is going to be a huge offensive series for the Demons.
And this time, Jackson's going to be stopped for no gain.
Well, very, very well played game by both teams, especially Franklinton coming in as an underdog, Tim. They've avoided the penalty and avoided the turnover. Like I say, they've controlled the clock pretty much in their favor. They're hanging in here against the number 7 ranked team in the state right now, only trailing by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And they've been known to have great second half opening drives.
Well, we said they got to have a drive because the only drive that resulted in points was off the turnover to open the ball game. Other than that, none of their drives have resulted in points tonight. So the 6 points that they got in the ball game came off of the opening turnover. And Newman drops back. He looks, throws downfield deep, and it's over the head of the intended receiver.
It was pass attempted for number 89.
There's a flag on a play, Tim, and it's going to be a roughing the passer. And I tell you what, and I'm not exaggerating, Newman threw that ball well over 70 yards just then. The line of scrimmage was at the 36, and he was near the 30 when he threw it, and the ball hit near the 10. So that's about close to 60 yards, over 60-yard throw behind the line of scrimmage. So, but they're aided by the penalty, and a first down results from it.
A personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Well, Dave, as you know, if the Demons could mount a drive and score here, it'd be a new ball game.
That's home field cooking when you get a break like that to keep the drive going. Now they've got receivers split left and right. Jackson in the slot position. Newman awaiting a snap. 1st and 10 for the Demons. The give is to Jackson on the draw up the middle, and he's got about 6 yards, Tim. So Coach Shane Smith getting his way here and starts the second half with a nice little drive going.
Again, that penalty definitely helped out. Newman ran back and threw that ball a country mile right there, just over the outstretched reach of Richard McGee. Richard's an excellent receiver, not blessed with the best of speed, though. And, you know, you throw that to Petey Causey or Rodney Curry, and that might be 6 on the board right now. Again, the penalty, huge plus for us.
9 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter, 14-6 in favor of Amite. And Newman fakes the handoff, keeps, and has a first down to the Amite 38-yard line.
Tim, that's 4 carries for Ricky Newman tonight, and all 4 times the first down has resulted from it.
And it's a big first down for the Demons at the Amite 38-yard line. And one thing, Coach Paul, they're doing it on the ground now.
And it's just what we talked about that the Demons had to do coming out in at the beginning of the second half here. Get a nice sustained drive going right here. They've already chewed up right at 3 minutes off the clock and have moved the ball right on down the field. First down for the Demons now at the Amite 38-yard line.
With 9:15 and counting left in the third quarter. Jackson comes near side, and he's inside the 25 to the Amite 23-yard line. And another Franklinton Demon first down.
Again, Bo Jackson coming around the outside. Same play again as I talked about. You know, you see a mirror image in these offenses. Ricky Newman reaches way back to give Bo Jackson the ball deep in the backfield and gives him plenty of room to adjust and make the read on the run. Right there, he saw daylight to the outside, took out. Excellent block on the outside to spring Jackson free for a nice gain and another Demon first down.
And another thing you say on the ground, they're eating up clock and keeping that powerful Amite offense off the field. And Bo Jackson now running wild. He's breaking tackles, has another first down. And now a flag coming in. Maybe holding late on this play.
I don't know whether they got a holding or whether they got a face mask there, Tim. I see him pointing it to the defense, to the Demons huddle.
An incredible run, but there's a flag on the play.
We'll have to wait and see what the referee says.
We've seen it on numerous occasions, Tim. You and I have. Demons come out to start the second half, and you're right, it's going to be a face mask penalty, so they'll tack on a little extra yardage, and the Demons are in business at, we'll call it, the 4-yard line.
On the 4-yard line, Demons have it first and goal.
First and goal for the Demons at the Amite 4-yard line. And the Demons have had the ball the entire third quarter as time of possession so far. Newman takes the ball, hands it to Jackson. He is in for the touchdown. It's 14-12, and now it's crucial for the conversion.
What a drive to start the second half here in this district rivalry contest, and they're only a 2-point play away from tying Amite here. And like you say, they've used nearly half the quarter here on the clock.
Well, that's
which is very beneficial.
Besides scoring, as you say, they're keeping the Amite offense off the field, and that's just that's another moral victory for them there. And now they're going to, it's going to be an official timeout in just a moment to straighten things out, as I'm sure they're discussing the conversion attempt.
Thank you, Sonic, for your support of Demon football.
What are they doing, Coach Paul?
Well, when Bo scored the touchdown, his helmet rolled into the end zone, and of course he had to pick it up, and he's having to adjust the chin strap and everything else. Now Ricky Newman's under center, ready for play.
2-point conversion in the power I, and now they're going to call timeout and talk about it.
Tom, sitting in the stands can enjoy the game.
Okay, now they're going for the 2-point conversion now. With 8:29 left in the third quarter, it's 14-12 Amite at this point. Waiting the outcome of this conversion attempt. Hand off, and it's in. We have a tie game. The score with timeout on the field, Franklinton 14 and Amite 14. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
For generations, Citizens Finance has been known as Money Headquarters, with money to lend for any worthwhile purpose. Real estate loans, furniture and appliances, home equity loans, consolidation loans, and first and second mortgages. Citizens Finance, your money headquarters. Stop by today. There's an office near you. Amite, Ponchatoula, Kentwood, Covington, and Hammond. Citizens Finance, your money headquarters.
It's no secret, Mike's Glass and Radiator is tops in customer service. Windshield repairs, custom glass cutting, radiator repairs or conditioning, or an inspection sticker. Mike's will treat you right.
Mike take a personal interest to make sure he satisfies all his customers' needs.
As long as I've known Mike, he's been fair and honest with all my glass and radiator work.
Hi, I'm Mike Muscarella. Come to Mike's Glass and Radiator for all your glass and radiator needs.
Mike's Glass and Radiator, Independence.
Hey, Billy. 8:29 remaining in the third quarter, and the Demons have knotted it up at 14. What a way to start the second half for Franklinton. Coach Shane Smith's game plan goes according to form from his halftime chat.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dave, right now it's 14-all, and the eyes of the state of Louisiana are very much surprised at the score coming out of Demon Field.
Certainly the homestanding Demon fans are into it. Terry Pittman to kick it off for the Demons. Being fielded by Harris. Fumble on the play, and the Demons have it.
And that's a key turnover in this ball game with 8 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Franklinton Demons will take over on the Amite Warrior 31-yard line. And Coach Don Career is wondering what it's going to take to get the Warriors on track tonight.
Well, by far, this is not the same Amite ball club we saw a year ago. They've been improving week in and week out, but tonight the Demons are playing their best game of the season. And like you say, they've kept the Warriors off the offensive end of the field right now here in the second half of this turnover. Jackson on the carry. He's to the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. A pickup of about 8.
I'll tell you what, right now, Tim and David, Bo Jackson is feeling it. I would give him the ball every single play. He is feeling it right now. He is smelling the goal line. He is driving hard. Right now they have the Amite Warriors on their heels again. And while they have the ball, of course, it keeps the Amite offense off the field. Huge play by the Demon specialty team.
What you just said, Coach Paul, the Demon offense has yet to make a snap in the second half.
Exactly. The Warrior offense has yet to get on the field. And I'll tell you what, we're in excellent shape right here again to punch it in.
Bo Jackson taking tacklers with him. He breaks through down inside the 10-yard line. It will be first and goal for the Franklinton Demons as the home stands erupt here at the Demon Stadium in Franklinton, Louisiana.
Jackson continues to eat up the yardage on the ground and dragging the defenders with him. And Amite is shell-shocked at this point with 7:22 left in the third quarter as the Demons look to take the lead.
Well, and I'll tell you, Tim, you know, it goes along with you seeing so many upsets so far this year. You know, whether this will or whether this won't be, again, it's valiant effort by the Demons. The Warriors have to come up big right here. There goes Bo Jackson around the outside. Nice play. Nice play by number 4 for the Warriors. There is a flag on the play. Looks like we could have another face mask possibly. Or it could be, yep, another face mask against the Demons. A face mask against the Demons. That must have been Bo Jackson on his stiff arm. He must have grabbed the face mask up the defender.
How many times have we seen a penalty like this take the whole momentum out of a football game? But right now the Demons threatening to take the lead, and they're going to need it to hold off this offensive machine that the Warriors have if they ever gets the football back here in the second half.
Well, this is going to be a big one against the Demons now. Back to the 23-yard line. And it's going to be first and goal.
Well, that can slow you down, Tim, a penalty like that. And let's just see if the Demons are able to overcome it.
Newman has the Demons up to the line of scrimmage at the 23-yard line. 4 wideouts being employed. Handoff goes to Bo Jackson, cuts it back inside. And is down to the 15-yard line, making the 16 before he's brought down.
Well, a pickup of 7, and as Coach Meyerchick said, you may just have to give it to Bo right now because that's where all the momentum's happening for Franklinton.
I'll tell you, Bo Jackson, like I said, is feeling it. He smells the goal line, and he's running extremely hard. You know, the one thing about it, Tim, with the face mask penalties you see, the Amite Warriors have had a few face mask penalties, both of them, 3 of them for 5 yards each. And then the Demons have one right here for 15 yards. This year, in the National High School Federation rules, they put back in where you have the 5-yard inadvertent and you do have the 15-yard personal foul face mask.
2nd and goal from the 16-yard line. Newman quickly throws, and it's caught.
Petey Causey on a slant, and he's down to about the 6, Tim, about 11-yard pickup. And you knew at some point in this drive that Franklin would have to go to the air with it sooner or later, and Ricky Newman hits his man, and that picks up some good yardage for the Demons to get them back near the, they'll be at the 6, so 3rd down and goal from the 6 for Franklinton.
Clock running with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal now from the 6, power I formation for the Demons. Newman hands it to Bo Jackson. He's down to the 2-yard line. Now it's decision time, Coach Paul.
Yeah.
Ball was on the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you what, though, there's not a whole lot of decision. You go with that meet. They've been, the 2 plays prior to this when they were down in here, one on the 4-yard line when they gave it to Bo and he punched it in from the 4 for the last touchdown, and then on the 2-point conversion, the same play to Bo, and that's exactly where the ball rests right now, is on the point after attempt line. So you're standing 3 yards away from the end zone. They're going to get what we call the meat package right now for Franklinton, and they're just going to try to pound it in.
4th and goal. The fans are on their feet. It goes to Bo Jackson. He cuts it back inside, and he will not penetrate the end zone. And the Amite Warrior defense has held.
Tim, they've held, but for 8 minutes here in the 3rd quarter, Franklin has controlled the football, and they're going to finally give the football over to Amite at their own 3-yard line. So it's been all Franklin here to start the 2nd half. And now see how the defense can respond to this offensive machine from Amite.
Well, the emotion erupted on the far side as they held them, and the Amite Warriors now we'll see what they can get going offensively. Ricard at quarterback.
Well, Coach Smith knew a field goal probably was not going to win this ball game, and he's really hurting in his kicking game since the loss of Kenny Webb, so he had to go for it. And Demon stacking up Ricard there at the line of scrimmage. Coach Guerrero playing it safe on this first play.
Again, Amite just trying to give themselves some breathing room on a quarterback sneak, and the Demons' interior defensive linemen have stepped it up. Of course, they're fresh as daisies right now, David. They haven't been on the field this whole 3rd quarter. They've had a pretty long rest. The Demons had the ball most of the end of the 1st half, and then the whole beginning of the 2nd half they've had the ball. So the defense has had a rest.
Ricard takes the ball, hands it off to Brumfield, and he's stopped up at about the 8-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and short coming up for the Warriors. They're trying to drive their way out of the deep end of their own side of the field.
And the ball's resting at about the 10, Tim. They need to reach the 12. So 3rd and 3, we're going to call it. 3:13 left on the clock. A quarter dominated thus far by the Demons from Franklinton.
3rd down and 3 for the Warriors with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Audible and a checkoff as Ricard hands it far side. Brumfield has a 1st down to the far side of it about the 14-yard line.
And like Coach Marchick mentioned, they went from up the middle to that slant with Brumfield, and he's really making some tough yardage right now and getting them out of the hole with it.
Again, David, it's the identical play that the Demons have been running. They both are running what they call a zone run. You get the ball to the back, deep in the backfield, and let him just pick and find his own way around. And both running back, Brumfield and Jackson, have both done a tremendous job of toting the luggage tonight.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Ricard hands it off. Brumfield cuts it back up to the 19, and that'll be it.
Gain of 5 on the
And he slipped on the carry, but he still picks up 5. And
18-yard line.
Amite picking up on offense where they left off at the end of the first half, establishing a running game and picking up first down after first down. And who knows how the Demons are going to respond on defense. Like I say, they're executing their offense to perfection right now. The defense is playing well for the Demons, but we got a real good nail biter on our hands here, Tim.
And now they set to the line of scrimmage, second down, and we've got movement on the offensive line by the Warriors.
There was confusion on that play from the beginning. Tim, they were jumping around, the offensive linemen were jumping around, didn't know where to line up. And of course, had an illegal procedure, false start on the offense.
You know, Dave and Paul, this is a crazy game. Salmon, a perennial state power, is beaten handily by the Hammond Tornadoes earlier in the year. Then the next week, these Amite Warriors totally annihilate the Hammond Tornadoes, 53-0 in Hammond. And now we see a game that Amite is heavily favored in and are fighting for their very lives here at Demon Stadium. Pass out here is complete to Carter, and he's got a first down. But go figure those circumstances.
You're right, Tim, but there's a game breaker right there in Jarrell Carter, and he gets it up to about the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it, so pick up about 21 yards. And he has not been that much of a factor in this ball game, but very well could be before it comes to a halt.
Getting late in the third quarter, and the longer you let a team hang around with a team that they're, perennial underdogs to in this game, the more dangerous they become.
There's no question. And if you look at this formation again, they got the Twins out here to the right with only one defensive back really in position. There they go, pounding the ball back up the middle of Brumfield again. Gain of 5 on the play. But the previous play to Carter hits him on a little out route, a little stop route on the sideline. And you could tell Carter has so much speed because when he took off, the defensive backs just could not, the angle that they were trying to take for an average speed person just wasn't there, and they barely got to him and tripped him up to knock him down.
The Warriors play second down, 5, just shy of the 40-yard line. 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Handoff by Ricard, and nowhere to go.
Excellent play by Garrett and number 32, Chris Barnes. And that'll bring up a key third down play for the Warriors. They'll need 5 to continue this drive, as the third quarter is most likely going to expire, Tim.
And they're going to let it run out the way it looks here. And at the end of 3 quarters, the state of Louisiana looks at the old ticker and says, my, oh my, what's going on in Franklinton? The score is tied, Amite 14, Franklinton 14. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
It's no secret, Mike's Glass and Radiator is tops in customer service. Windshield repairs, custom glass cutting, radiator repairs or conditioning, or an inspection sticker. Mike's will treat you right.
Might take a person's interest to make sure he satisfies all his customers' needs.
As long as I've known Mike, he's been fair and honest with all my glass and radiator work.
Hi, I'm Mike Muscarella. Come to Mike's Glass and Radiator for all your glass and radiator needs.
Mike's Glass and Radiator, Independence.
Tangi Finance since 1966, the home of personal service. When it comes to money and you need the cash, let the friendly folks at Tangi Finance in Ponchatoula help get that loan for you. Personal loans, first and second mortgages, real estate loans, home improvement loans, or consolidation loans. The friendly folks at Tangi Finance have got a loan for you. So when it comes to money and you need the cash, see the friendly folks at Tangi Finance in Ponchatoula, the home of personal service.
Tim, we've seen some exciting football all season long, but this definitely rates as one of the best games we've had. We head to the fourth quarter. We're knotted at 14. The Demons and Warriors, a key district contest.
Timeout, Warriors. Big third down play coming up here as we start the fourth quarter of play. Tied at 14. Hand off to Brumfield. And he stopped. It looks like he's going to be short.
It appears he'll be short, and an interesting decision for Coach Shane Smith. Should be, excuse me there, for Coach Don Carrera of Amite. Good friends they are, but for the next 11 minutes and 50 seconds, arch enemies.
And we'll bring in the sticks. It looks to be short from here, Coach Paul.
Yeah, he's going to be short by about 2-3 feet, possibly even a yard. It's going to be about 2 or 3 feet short, I believe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe about 2 or 3 inches. We're talking about 6 inches. I guess my eyes are going bad in my old age, but I'll tell you what, that's a lot closer than I thought it was. Donald Carrera has made his decision. He's going for this.
And you expect him to, Tim. Fourth down, I look for Ricard just to keep it on the sneak.
Fourth down, less than a yard for the Amite Warriors. And it's a quarterback keeper, and he'll get just enough depending on the spot. It looked like he moved the line for the first down.
I believe he has the first down, and Amite should retain possession, and they do. 11:29 on the clock here in the ball game, and still this is the first possession of the second half for the Warriors.
And you just get the feeling, Dave, that either way it goes now, this one's going to come down to the wire.
It's been a great ball game to watch, and the suspense is definitely building up. But right now, the Warriors at their own 44. This drive began back at the 2, so Amite marching at will. Ricard giving the ball on the reverse to the receiver, and that's number 14, Julian Harris. He's near another first down for the Warriors. So they're picking up some valuable yardage with their speed merchants.
Had a big key first down with 10:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Ball spotted at the Demon 44-yard line. All tied at 14. Who would have thunk it, Dave?
Well, it's a surprise to many, but I tell you, the fans over here on the Demon side are pumped up, and we've been pumped up with them, and it's really been an exciting ball game, and you can always kind of sense you want to pull for the underdog. There's Brumfield again, picking up about another 5, so Amite marching very strong right now, headed toward the end zone and possibly the lead here.
And Coach Paul, like we said earlier, the line of scrimmage is going to dictate who wins this game now.
I believe so. You know, again, and it's the same thing when Amite has the ball. I mean, when Franklinton has the ball and Amite is on defense. You know, it's just it's the fatigue factor, just wearing them down. It seems like once they cross the 40-yard line of their opponents, the momentum just picks up, and you see the running backs run harder. You see the linemen are coming off harder. They see that goal line, and they know it's a big play coming up.
Handoff coming near side. And a first down carry to the 24.
Again, that's Julian Harris. A big play for the Warriors, 15 yards. And they're marching down toward the end zone, Tim, trying to regain the lead for the second time tonight.
Clock runs with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left in regulation. Amite 14, the Demons of Franklinton 14. Ball on the hash mark of the 25-yard line. Ricard has him to the line of scrimmage, man, in motion to the far side. Fumbles, and he'll fall on it for a loss of a yard back to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, the mark of a good team is to bounce back when needed to, and right now the Warriors are at the Demon 27. Remember, this drive began at their own 2 with about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Demons had contained about 8 minutes of the clock in the third quarter to start the second half with that touchdown drive they had. But Amite right now marching toward the lead.
Ricard hands it off, and Brumfield is inside the 20 to the 19.
And Paul, I see one thing about Coach Career. He sets these wide receivers so far out, flanked out to the left and right. Once the running back's able to break the line of scrimmage and get it into the secondary, it makes the secondary have to work even harder to get to the running back with the ball.
Well, and if, like we were talking about earlier, you know, when they get in that twin set and they set that one guy out, the Demons are taking a chance by only setting one guy out there with them. And of course, the other defensive back or outside linebacker is playing a little bit further inside just for that purpose so that he can stop that speed motion.
And the handoff, and cut it back inside, and a first down carry.
Brumfield on the carry.
Well, Tim, the Demons have always come up with a big play tonight to stop something or to get the ball back or what have you, stop the drive. But right now they're on their heels as Amite has really taken this drive and dominated the line of scrimmage. Ball resting at the Franklinton 12. First down and 10 yards to go.
And again, David, you know, you see now the Demons defense is, they're kind of on their heels right now. Nice play right there up the middle by Chris Barnes, the linebacker. But right now the defense looks like they're kind of on their heels. And again, it's because of the pressure that the offense is putting on them by pounding the ball at them and just that relentless attack.
We saw Coach Career use a number of running backs in the first half, Buchanan and even another back for more depth. But on this drive, it's been all Brumfield.
Second down, 8 to go for the Warriors inside the 10-yard line. And this time there's a flag thrown.
That's Jarrell Carter reaching the end zone for Amite. Nice reverse. There is a flag on the field. Carter just powered his way into the end zone, but the penalty appears to be against the Warriors, so that'll negate the score and gives the Demons a little bit more life.
Yes, it does, with 6:56 remaining in regulation. 14 all. And they will mark it off all the way back. Let's see where they're going to finally mark it. At the 20. It's second and goal from the second and 19. He can get a first down inside the 1.
And I'll tell you what, right here, David, the key to this is if Amite scores, the Demons might have to do something different if they have a long drive, because they're not going to have the time to use that long sustained drive like they're so used to doing and they're so apt to doing by driving the ball down the field. Whether Amite scores or not, the time is going to dictate how they play.
The shuffle to Carter to the far side. He's headed toward the end zone. Touchdown. Jarrell Carter from 20 yards out, and the Warriors have the lead again.
Amite 20 and the Demons 14 with 6:46 left in the fourth quarter. Carter is the wild card in the deck.
I tell you, Carter put it in gear. He's burned the secondary there, and like I say, 6:45 left on the clock. See how the Demons respond.
I'll tell you another thing about Jarrell Carter on the holding penalty that he scored on and on that play there. We've talked about his speed, but I'll tell you what, that young man comes with a little pop too. He has some explosion.
And the conversion is good. There's timeout on the field with the score. Amite 21, Franklinton 14. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
McGee Financial is your money headquarters. Get all of the cash you need for any good reason by using our famous 1-1-1 plan. One phone call, one visit, one place to pay. It's that simple at McGee Financial. With offices conveniently located throughout Washington, St. Tammany, and Tangipahoa parishes. At McGee Financial, you'll always find convenient terms to fit your budget. The famous 1-1-1 plan can solve your money needs. At McGee Financial, your money headquarters.
6:46 left on the clock. And that's for any team to drive the length of the field. But the Demons right now are going to be tested like no other time before, Paul. Excellent drive by Amite. They go 98 yards and use up 10 minutes of the clock themselves.
Again, you know, time is going to come into play here. You know, is there enough time for the Demons to, you know, let's hope we can get a good return here. Of course, the Warriors are going to try to pin the Demons back deep in their own territory, so they have to have that long, sustained drive. Will the Demons, you know, have enough time to take the ball the length of the field? Short kickoff. Bo Jackson on the return. Here he comes around the right side. He could break it.
He is gone. And there's no flags on the play. Bo Jackson ignites the Demon faithful. Bo Jackson electrifies the stadium with I guess he went about 80 yards with it. The ball was not kicked as deep as they have all night long, Paul. 75 or 80 yards Bo Jackson goes, but now the most important thing is this conversion. And the Demons are likely to go for two. Timeout Amite with 6:30 left on the clock. It's the Demons trailing by one. You're watching Channel 17 Sports. Demons will go for two and a chance at the lead. At this point, the game could be on the line. Still 6 minutes to go. Newman awaiting a snap, and he's going to take a timeout. And we'll stay with it here, Paul. Bo Jackson, I tell you what, he's an all-around athlete, but he showed his great athletic ability with that kickoff return.
Well, he took the kickoff and he did what you were supposed to do. He took off up the middle and then broke to the outside, and there was no containment. Excellent blocking on the outside, and then just showed his speed. Amite is a fast ball club, and right there, Bo just outran the Amite team to the end zone. Right there, Ricky Newman tried to draw the Warriors offside to try to give them only a yard and a half instead of the 3 yards they would have to go.
Demons are quickly coming to the line of scrimmage. 6.5 minutes to go. Amite 21, Franklinton 20. Newman down under. The snap, the give to Bo Jackson. He cuts it back. He scores. The Demons lead. With 6.5 minutes to go, the Demons have taken the lead again. 22-21, and it's hard to believe we're midway in the fourth quarter, and really both teams has only had the ball once on offense here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, you know, this has just been a tremendous game. Both teams, again, you know, the Demons held the ball majority of the third quarter. When the Warriors took over, of course, and the Demons punched it in the end zone, scored a touchdown. The Warriors fumbled a kickoff. The Demons take back over and again hold the ball the whole time down to the 2-yard line. And then the Warriors with that impressive drive to score. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Bo Jackson runs it 85 or 75 yards for a touchdown.
Demons on top by one. Pittman to kick it off. Fielded by Harris to the far side and tripped up by number 29. The ball penalty flag on the play. Number 29 making a shoestring tackle. That's Brandon Mitchell for the Demons. We have a flag on the play, normally against the receiving team on a kickoff, and that is the call.
Yeah, we've got a clip on the play. That'll back them up 15 yards. So now the Warriors have to drive 85 yards in 6 minutes and 19 seconds.
Well, their offense has been a machine all night long. They've only stopped themselves on a couple occasions. Excellent football game here at Franklinton Stadium. We're between the Canes, and the Demons lead at 22-21 with 6:19 to go. And you're right, they start at the 15-yard line. And for junior Lester Ricard, this is where the kid will grow up.
There's no question right here. Now, again, you know, will they come out with the running game, or will they come out throwing the football? There's no need to panic right here. There's still 6 minutes to go.
Ricard awaiting a snap to give to Brumfield, and he is stymied at the line of scrimmage by a host of Demons. Give him a yard on the carry. 2nd down and 9 to go for Amite. Ball resting at the 16-yard line. There's an upset brewing unless the Warriors can take it 85 yards. It's Jarrell Carter, and he certainly can. He's got the 1st down. His speed becoming a big factor in this ball game, Paul.
Well, you know, when the game's on the line, you want the ball in your best player's hands. For the Demons, of course, that's Bo Jackson, and now for the Warriors, that's going to be Brumfield or Jarrell Carter, either one.
Well, certainly the Demons have controlled Jarrell Carter for most of the night, but on the last possession, he went in from 20 yards after that penalty. It backed him up, and now he's loose again for a big 1st down, and that there gets the Warrior offense going again.
Yeah, again.
So Lester Ricard awaiting the snap. Carter in motion. Up the middle goes Brumfield, and he's got running room, and he's near the midfield strike, and quickly come the Warriors right back. Nice run by Carter, by Brumfield, about 21 yards on the carry. Another 1st down for Amite. 5:07 on the clock as Amite is cranking up.
Again, you know, the thing that stopped the Amite Warriors offensive machine has been themselves. And right there, when Brumfield broke through the line, he was carrying that ball kind of loose. He needs to make sure he hangs on to the football right here. You don't want any costly turnovers at this point of the game.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the district contest. The Warriors now at the 48-yard line. The give is to Carter. And again, he turns on the speed and picks up another 1st down for Amite. Now at the 42 of the Demons, this drive began back at the 15 just some 3 or 4 plays ago. Warriors marching quickly down the field. 4:34 on the clock. Franklinton 22, Amite 21. Everyone's got their money's worth, and Tim and I just might pay before we leave.
We have a face mask on the play. That'll tack on another 5 yards. That'll tack on another 5 yards for the Warriors. That'll bring them all the way down to the 37-yard line.
Well, let's extend a thank you to Coach Meyerchick, the hospitality he's provided for us here tonight at Franklinton High, Tim.
Always a very welcome atmosphere for us to do the game in, and it's 1st down now for the Amite Warriors at the Demon 37-yard line. 4 minutes, 15 seconds and counting in regulation. Ricard takes the ball, hands it off to Brumfield. He's spinning off tacklers, and he's down to the 28-yard line as we're under 4 minutes to play in the ball game. 22-21 in favor of the Franklinton Demons, and either way it comes out, the fans have been treated to one of the better high school football games you'll see.
By far one of the best we've seen all season long. We've had some good ones, but this ranks up there with them. And it seems like the Warriors are going from marker to marker right now on play-by-play.
2nd down and 1 Ricard hands it near side. Carter, and he cuts it back inside, and he will be down with a first down at the 22-yard line of the Demons.
Jarrell Carter making his presence known on this drive.
I'll tell you what, again, like I said, when the game's on the line, you want it in your best player's hands, and they're giving the ball to Jarrell Carter and letting him try to make something happen.
First and 10, ball resting at the Demon 23. 3:21 to go, Tim Augustine.
And a first and 10 to go for the Amite Warriors at 3:10 and counting left in the ball game. They trail by 1. Handoff. Brumfield is stopped after about a yard, and there's a fumble on the play. Let's see what the officials will rule as they unstack. It is Franklinton football. A turnover with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game.
Tim, the head officials calling timeout, and now they're going to reverse the call and give it to Amite. It was a delayed penalty fumble there. One official give it to the Demons, and now
I'll tell you what,
being overruled by another.
I'll tell you what right there, David. Right there, the official came in, stepped in, said there was a fumble and pointed in Franklinton's direction. Another referee stepped in and said that the ball was dead by the ground had caused a fumble, and they overruled the call, and Amite Warriors retained possession.
Coach Shane Smith wanted an explanation of what just occurred, Tim, and with 6.5 minutes, make that 6:19 on the clock. It was 6:19 on the clock. The Warriors began at their 15-yard line, and now with 2:35, ball resting at the Demon 19. So they've used about 4 minutes to drive the length of the field, and a controversy call here resulting from it with the fumble.
And they're charging the Demons with a timeout for taking the time to come explain the call.
It's coming down to the wire, and controversy on the field at this time. Demons leading it by a score of 22-21, and the troops are being called over by Shane Smith. We're going to take a timeout with 2:36 to go. We'll be back for the finish. You're watching Channel 17 Sports.
For generations, Citizens Finance has been known as Money Headquarters, with money to lend for any worthwhile purpose. Real estate loans, furniture and appliances, home equity loans, consolidation loans, and first and second mortgages. Citizens Finance, your money headquarters. Stop by today. There's an office near you. Amite, Ponchatoula, Kentwood, Covington, and Hammond. Citizens Finance, your money headquarters.
Down and 8 to go for the Amite Warriors at the Franklinton 19-yard line. 2:36 left to go in regulation. Amite trails Franklinton 22-21. Ricard hands off to Brumfield. This time there's a fumble. And let's see what the ruling will be this time.
Oh, man.
And they will unpile, and the referees will come up with a decision. It is Amite football once again. And it's indeed a game played on Friday the 13th under a full moon.
Under the lights, under the full moon. This time it appeared the Demons came up with it, but when they all stood up, the referees pointing Amite's way again. 3rd and 8. Clock is running, approaching the 2-minute mark. The Warriors trying to find the end zone. Of course, a field goal would win it also, Tim. 3rd and 8. Ball at the 20. Look for Jarrell Carter.
Ricard takes the ball, fakes the handoff, now looks, throws, it's intercepted! And what a play!
Petey Causey makes a spectacular athletic interception for the Demons near the goal line and runs the ball back out to the 20 with 1:47 on the clock. Now they're going to say he went out at about the 15-yard line. Tremendous play by Petey Causey on the defense, and it forced the 3rd and 8 situation, forced Amite to throw the football, took them out of their running game, And the turnover results from it, Paul Meyerchick. And with 1:47 on the clock, the Demons on the verge of springing one of the biggest upsets in the state of Louisiana tonight.
Tell you what, the Demons need at least another. They need one first down. Of course, that the advantage is in their favor with a running back like Bo Jackson. The Warriors have taken a timeout here, which is a costly timeout because the clock had stopped anyways and would not have started. So really, the Warriors burn a timeout unnecessarily. Now with 1:47 to go, I tell you what, if this holds up, David, this is one of the biggest wins in Franklinton history. Well, not quite in the history, but I'll tell you what, it's one of the biggest ones in a long time at Franklinton Demon Stadium.
Like you say, it's going to shock the state. Definitely shock the city of Amite. 22-21, we're 1:47 on the clock. First down and 10 to go for the Demons.
And they come up to the line of scrimmage with Newman at quarterback. Newman, quarterback keeper, right up the middle. He'll hang on to the ball. It'll be about a 2-yard gain up the 17-yard line. And now the big player on the field is the clock. It's running with 1:31 and counting.
Ball is in the Demon possession, Tim. Second down, they need about 7 or 8. A little bit of confusion on the field for the Demons. Certainly, Coach Career would like to hold them and force a punt and give Jarrell Carter an opportunity. But wisely, the Demons are using the clock. It's a matter of holding on to the football. A flag comes flying in with 1 minute to go in the ball game. We'll have to wait and see.
Waiting for the official indication. Clock stops with 59 seconds left in regulation.
Well, this will be nothing like Tiger Stadium when they defeated Tennessee a couple weeks ago, Tim. But I tell you what,
you and I were there for that.
Well, the Demon fans may want to go down there and just grab a piece of the ground or the goalpost if they pull this off tonight.
And we have got a player down. 55 seconds. The Demons play third down. And 5 to go at the 20. Newman waiting to snap at the very last moment. Takes the ball, hands it to Jackson, who cuts it back inside and gets it up to the 20-yard line. And that's it, maybe just a little over the yard line. And there is 28-27. I don't believe Amite can stop the clock. And they set it with under 25 seconds. They don't have to snap it again. The Franklinton Demons are going to upset the Amite Warriors by a final score of 22-21 as the clock will run down at 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's a final